a Facebook post saying that what if my name is an insult in an alien language?
Yes.
That's another good one. See, I like their thinking.
Hello, everybody. This is Star Trek Tuesday. It's the main viewer. You know why you're here. You're here to get all the Star Trek news of the week. We've got a lot to talk about. There's some Star Trek Las Vegas news. There's some pre-Star Trek convention news. There's, the world is abuzz with Strange New Worlds. Mohammed's got some cool science news for us. Star Trek Picard is getting some Emmy buzz, but is this a real thing, or is this just people wishing and hoping? Who knows? Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about all of that. We see you, Robert Kaiser, Linda Anderegg, Chuck A, Back of the Head, Bob D, May Borello, BL, what's up? Travis Taylor. Oh, Anne-Marie Seagull in the live chat. Hello, we see you. Aaron, what's up? All right. Well,
CZTH is in there.
Yay! Oh, hello.
Hi.
That's our favorite.
Woohoo.
Look, everybody, we're going to get into all that. But before we do that, please say hello to Dr. Anne-Marie Seagull.
Hi. Happy Strange New World Eve or Eve.
Eve. Well, yeah, if you watch it on Wednesday night.
We watch it tomorrow night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Melissa Longo is also here with us.
Hello.
Our other resident doctor, Dr. Mohammed Noor. He's an occasional science advisor for Star Trek, and he's the vice provost for academic affairs.
Very good. You got it.
At Duke University. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, always a pleasure to be on Virtual Trek Cons, the main viewer. I don't need to do the one, I guess I can do this.
And my name is Ryan T. Husk, everybody, and I still have my background from a previous recording. That'll be remedied soon, I'm sure. So hello, everybody. Very cool. Thanks for joining us. First things first, let's talk about Star Trek Las Vegas. If any of you are going to the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, that is the 57-year mission by Creation Entertainment, early August, you will see that the seventh rule has a cool panel there. They're advertising it on their website. And it's going to be myself, Denise, and Sirach, because Denise Crosby and Sirach Lofton just watched the entire first season. Look at this. This was not a mistake. This was deliberate.
It was.
The first season of The Next Generation. And so Sirach and Denise are going to be discussing, everything they learned, what they got, what they expected, if they would watch the second, all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be really cool. So everybody in the live chat, if you are going to the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, please let us know right now in the live chat. Check it out. This is on the Creation Entertainment website. It's got the seventh rule here. Denise, Ryan, Sirach. It's got a nice, sweet little blurb about us. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you there. Also, preceding the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, Virtual TrekCon is throwing on a big, huge event. This is going to be live all day on Sunday, July 16th. It is this thing. It's the Virtual TrekCon pre-con. So basically what it is, it's a one-day full event convention. It's all virtual. It's all free. It's all fan interactive. And it's a big preview to Star Trek Las Vegas. People are going to be talking about their cosplay. Vendors are going to be talking about what they're going to be selling over there, the vendors room. People are going to be talking about their events and parties that are happening, panels that are upcoming. First timers can watch this and to know what to expect. People that have been here, been there a million times, like Larry Nemechek, Lolita Fajo, people from the from behind the scenes are going to be joining us, talking about all about the convention and what they do and the events that they throw on. It's going to be really cool. This is Sunday, July 16th, 2023. Easy to remember, 2 days after Wine and Cheese Bastille Day.
How many times have each of you been to STLB? Just curious.
Ooh.
3, 2.5 or 3.
Oh,
Wait,
you're
what
still
was-
a baby.
Yeah.
was-
I'm only,
question?
I'm only 1 year old and I'm only 4.
How many times have you been to STLV?
Oh,
Everybody in the live
first-
chat, let us know if you've been and how many times you've been to Star Trek Las Vegas.
yeah. My
Big-
first time was in 2014. So
And every time since then?
My
14,
first
15,
time,
16, 17, 18, 19. There was no 20, 21,
Right.
22. So you've been there 8 times.
this will be the 9th.
crazy.
I've been every single year since 2008,
Oh, I'm
That's
not
so
gonna do that one.
cute.
except for 2020, of course, because there wasn't one.
Of course.
But I don't know how many that is, but it's going to be something like 15, right? All right.
Plenty. That's a lot. That's
I
great.
like it. And every year I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe I won't go if there's some kind of gig that comes up that prevents it. But so far, there have only been things that have
Oh
made me
my
like late or need to
gosh.
leave early. But nope, every time I've been able to go.
Mhm.
It's impressive since the
And you
transition.
April Fools me that you couldn't do it this year. Ugh,
Oh, yeah, I can't make it
it
this
went
year.
on for like 4
sadly.
days.
It's impressive since it also transitioned from being the official Star Trek conventions, all the way through 2019 to now not being official, but still having so many guests, and if anything, even broadening. So now they have folks from like Orville and things like that also
Yeah.
showing up. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Which is
Yep.
fun.
Yeah, I'm
So
excited
everybody-
for the pre-con con too. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, everybody, we will see you. What is this? 5 weeks from now, less than 5 weeks. We've got the big pre-con con, and we really hope to see you there because it's going to be a lot of fun. This one's
And
going to be
who made
about
that
the
graphic?
fans. That is our good friend, Mr. Matt Boardman. Everybody, he's probably in the live chat. He's around sometimes.
Awesome.
The Matt Boardman, who has done visual effects on the Orville, on Star Trek Discovery. He's working on what's the new Superman and Lois Lane?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's worked on
That's
a lot of things.
awesome.
Very
Mhm.
cool. Nice guy too.
All right. He's the nicest guy.
He's so
Oh,
nice and
Wait
tall.
a second.
He's so tall.
Jenny Johnson says incorrectly, Ryan's first convention was when he was 14.
Ah,
I was actually 11,
Oh,
but I pretended like I was 14 so I could drink.
I guess my son was 12 when we went for his first time at STLV.
See, same.
aw.
Hmm.
Anne-Marie, can you tell us all, you went to the Strange New Worlds
Oh my
screening of episodes 1 and 2 of season 2. Can you tell us how that was out in New York for those of us that could not make it because we're on the wrong coast or wrong part of the
Oh
world?
my gosh. Well, as you all know, Paramount and Star Trek on Paramount Plus, they just throw like the best parties for fans. So they rented out like the top 4 of the Regal in Union Square, which is in
The Regal
coincidentally-
Beagle?
Well, it's coincidentally featured in an episode of Sex and the City, but like I got there and the line was already like the whole block. And when you got in, and it was just so much fun seeing everybody, and everybody was like dressed up in Star Trek uniforms and t-shirts, and tons of Seventh Rule friends like Heather Blue Fulton. I think I saw Wayner there, Marina Kupchak, Yvette Blackman Tom, and anyway, so when you got in, you got like this cool ticket with like cool graphics and free cups that say Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and they're so cute with like unlimited soda and stuff.
Cool.
Then on the upstairs that was like just dedicated to Strange New Worlds, like every light up poster and column was like those posters of each character. And then also that cool like thing they did where they had like submissions from around the world for Strange New Worlds title card animations. and they like put them all together. So they have those playing like on the main columns and also like in the theater before it started. And Akiva Goldsman was there and some cool people who work for Star Trek at Paramount. And first 2 episodes were just amazing. And there's nothing like watching them with Star Trek fans because everybody's like cheering and laughing. And like in the scenes where it's like humanitarian ethics win, everybody's like cheering. It was really
Ooh,
fun.
sounds like the next generation.
Yes.
Anne Marie BL in the
And there were
live
goodie
chat
bags.
says, "Can we see the cup?"
Okay, here's the thing. I gave it away. Well, we got 2 cups. I gave one of them away. Okay, wait, let me get my goodie bag.
Okay.
Ooh, an unboxing. I love it.
Yes, finally. And another special thanks to people that we see. One Trek fan in the live chat. Hello, thanks for joining. Jenny R. Johnson. Jenny, please tell us that you will be at the Star Trek convention. Maybe
She said she was
selling
going
your wares.
online.
Online.
Like in her socials.
Oh, as in okay. Hello to Rose Kirby. We see you. Yvette Blackman Tom is in the live chat.
Ooh.
Welcome. She
I
says she did
know.
not like episode 2 of Strange New World season 2. That's weird because everybody says it's
what?
great. Just
Who said
kidding. I'm
that?
sure she loved it. No, Yvette loved it.
Yeah. So we got
All
a
right, let's see
poster,
this.
which was
Ooh.
so kind of them to pre-rubber band it for us. So we're like not all walking around like having to rubber band it ourselves. So it's like a poster of what's behind Ryan. But okay, it came in these cute Strange New Worlds tote bags.
Oh, fun.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah, they're really cute.
And they cloak too, apparently.
They
do.
cloak.
Part
Oh
Romulan.
my gosh, yes. Which is amazing. And then they also came with these like cool, a second cup that's like silicone, which I've never seen.
Like a Horta.
Isn't that pretty?
That's cool.
And it like it's squishy. And I looked online and it says online they're microwave safe and like dishwasher safe. I don't know if that's true, but they definitely look cool. They're so like marbly and pretty. So
yeah.
I mean, plus who doesn't love a tote bag? That's amazing. So that was the premiere. Oh, and they also had like stations they did like usual where they like do fan interviews afterwards. And Jake Black had like this fun questionnaire of like cool questions. And one of them was like, who are your 5 favorite characters?
Who
I
is
heard
Jake
someone
Black?
say Wei Yun. He's one of the producers for like Star Trek on Paramount streaming things who we have to have on sometime.
And so he said, who are your 5 favorite characters? And someone said, Jeffrey Combs.
Someone said Wei Yun.
Wei Yun. Even more of a deep cut.
Which is so good. And then they had, like the typical like red carpet with the Strange New Worlds background. And then they had one of those cool stations like they did at the official Star Trek convention in Chicago last year, where like there's a green screen. But this was cool because like they made your picture look like a poster with the characters, like where they're each looking into the distance and there's that like pretty like wall of color behind them. And then they printed them out for you as a souvenir. Really cool. And they're available online for digital download.
Nice.
So that's that.
Pretty cool.
Super fun.
Very cool.
Oh, and so we'll get into the news in a second. Everybody, you're going to want to stick around till the end because Dr. Mohammed Noor has an excellent trivia question for you.
Credit to Jonathan Frakes. I got it off his socials.
Ooh.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I first saw it. Yeah.
Fun.
The trivia question?
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the science news, not the trivia question.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no. Yeah, not the trivia question. Sorry. No, trivia question.
Yeah.
I made that up.
Well, let's get into that science news very quickly then, shall we?
Sure. Let me pull it up real quick so I don't get the URL wrong as I look this up.
Okay.
So,
no problem.
yeah, so many of you probably know there is a mission that NASA is launching probably next year to go to Europa, which is one of the moons of Jupiter. And I know anybody who's a fan of the moon
Yay.
2010 is probably saying, like, wait, but it said all these worlds are yours except Europa. Attempt no landing there. That's okay. That was fiction. Star Trek is not. But the exciting opportunity, though, is that everybody who's watching this video right now, you can get your name printed onto it, or like not actually printed, but like digitized onto a chip that is going to Europa for free. You can just do this right now. Basically, just go to a website. It's a NASA site. You go to go.nasa.gov/message in a bottle, just as one word with no spaces or underscores or anything. So go.nasa.gov/message in a bottle. You just have to
Christina
give
Aguilera.
yeah, right. You just have to give like your name, where you're
I was
from, just so they can
thinking of-
confirm that you're a real person, for your email address. And your name will then go to
Sting.
Europa. It'll get there probably around 2030 is the scheduled arrival time. So it takes off 2024 and get there
The
around 2030.
police.
It's a long way. They don't have work
Right?
product yet.
The
Sorry.
police. Sorry.
Oh yeah, the police song.
Message
Yes,
in a
exactly.
bottle.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm. Good one.
Good knowledge.
Yes, good knowledge. Anne-Marie, Yvette Blackman reminds you that it was free
What?
popcorn too.
Oh, sorry. They had those like beautiful popcorn buckets that had like the image behind you, like on the front, and they just looked gorgeous. It was so much fun. Like, I don't want to give any spoilers for like special moments of the showing, but
Can you
Oh,
give us a
okay.
hint? Like tell us how much you enjoyed it,
I mean,
the first
I'm
two
obsessed.
episodes.
I like it's just amazing. The writing is so good. And okay, what I will tell you is like Star Trek just continues to get more and more couture. Like, I don't know how Bernadette Croft is doing this. Like, some of the dresses in this season are just like mind blowing, and it's one after another. Like, how do I hire her to do my dresses? Or just like start designing for the masses. It's just gorgeous. And like, there's so many like beautiful character moments and like adorable little things. And obviously, like some scenes, I'm already starting to think like, ooh, this is gonna be Lappy worthy. Like,
Yay.
Oh,
very,
yes.
very good.
The Star Trek
Yeah.
Awards show that'll be part of Virtual
And that was
TrekCon
just like
5.
unanimous. Everybody was saying like, I mean, it's just fantastic and getting better and better.
All right. Robert Kaiser in the live chat says, I want that cool stuff. Well, here's hoping that the next premiere is in Austria. There's a good
Yeah.
chance, right?
Oh, Chuck A is
I mean,
also
it is
asking
more
where's
global.
Yep, that's true. Chuck A's asking what, Mohammed?
where's Renee Picard? Because remember, she was on the Europa mission.
Oh,
Good knowledge there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Season
All right.
2 of Park Picard.
So let's get into all of this good stuff here. Yes.
Back of the head says Star Trek is couture.
oh my God, it is. It's
That's
season 1
awesome.
already was just like taking it to the next level in Discovery, and Picard sweaters. But oh my gosh, these dresses are just something else. And the other thing I'll say is, oh my God, the guest stars, like they just take my breath away. And what I'll say is I'll be really interested to see like if any of them come back in another episode, because I kind of got the feeling like, it's only 10 episodes in a season, and they might not have seen how much some of these guest stars pop on camera and like just steal the show. It might have not been as apparent before they were cast and shooting it. So it'll be interesting to see like if and when they come back. Okay, that's all I'll say. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Interesting.
We'll have
Play
a rapid aging
interesting.
episode and have William Shatner as Kirk from some rapid aging thing.
That would
That'd be
be
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Or him
They did it
visiting
to
from
him.
the future or whatever,
Right.
Well, the future part's hard because he nominally died at a younger age than he is now. So
A different an alternate.
oh, there you go.
future
There you go.
timeline.
That's true, but he can return
Right.
from the Kelvin universe future, maybe.
Any of them.
There's multiple,
So-
right?
So on the subject of Strange New Worlds, which is on the tip of everybody's tongues because it's season 2 is about to drop and we're all very happy about that. We've got a nice article from TrekCentral.net. Remember, TrekCentral.com was taken. This is entitled Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 Episode Titles and Details. Finally, we're going to get to learn about titles and details. Mohammed, would you read this one for us, please? I'll pull it
Sure.
up right here.
Happy to.
Oh, wait, and I'm just going to address this question. How can Anne-Marie give Star Trek loot away from one Trek fan? Okay, so the answer is the bar that I go hang out at in West Village. They take like
You got
Broadway
drunk and
cups.
forgot it there.
No, they get the Broadway show cups, and then everybody who works there uses those, and it's really great publicity. So I donated my like plain color cup for them to use to like remind everybody who comes into the bar to watch Star Trek. So it was my mitzvah.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's always for the greater good of Star
Yes,
Trek.
exactly.
Needs of the
I
many.
get to see
outweigh.
it when I go visit them.
Right.
Ready to go?
Yep.
All right. With less than a week until Star Trek Strange New World Season 2, Anson Mount, Rebecca Romaine, and Ethan Peck will join Will Wheaton to sit down and talk about what this season holds and offer a new sneak peek of what we can expect. We also have the first 3 episode titles and synopsis for the second season of Strange New Worlds. As previously stated, Season 2 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds will consist of 10 episodes. What should we expect to see from the first 3 episodes of this returning fan favorite series?
Interesting. So it's just 3 episodes they're giving us here.
The synopses, yeah.
Behind the scenes look.
It's also really interesting because I don't remember them like giving us that much information about like more than just one episode at a time in other times, but a couple sites then like went on to even share pictures from episode 2 and 3.
Oh, wow.
Obviously 2 was like they shared that trailer from it, but I couldn't believe they went on to 3 else.
Very.
Yeah.
All right. Behind the scenes look. We didn't get too much new from what we can expect from Season 2, but we did get some behind the scenes images of an episode behind the scenes. What?
What?
That's confusing. Okay, leave that alone. We got a good look at some new alien species on a planet with La'an Noonien Singh undercover. There's also a Bolian, Ryan's favorite species, and a Vulcan on this planet, which is very interesting. La'an left the Enterprise near the end of Season 1, so this is probably an early episode where we meet back up with La'an.
We meet back up.
Behind her. Her backup singers.
Wow, we really do get a Bolian. This is amazing.
The news to Huey Lewis.
This Bolian looks a little darker blue too, doesn't it?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And what is
I like
this?
that
a
color
Vulcan?
blue.
What's this orange person?
Maybe
I
human.
don't know.
I like that mask though.
On the right?
Pretty
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah.
It looks a little bit like the one that Georgia wore in Discovery when she came back in Season 2, doesn't it?
Oh,
I can't
I
remember
don't
exactly.
know, but it's cool looking. I wouldn't know who
Moussaka?
they are.
A new alien species. This is going to be fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not a mask. It's actually their face. Interesting.
Oh,
We
okay.
like new alien species.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So then it says from both synopses and interviews, we know that episode 2 is the courtroom scene of Una's trial. La'an is back on the Enterprise at this point. So having episode 1 going to reunite with La'an would make sense.
Mhm.
All right, Mohammed, would you like to read this fun
Sure.
item for us?
Yeah. So the title is Klingon Space. So the outfit that La'an wears looks to be the same outfit that, oh, there we go, that Philippa Georgiou wore when she was undercover on Kronos in
Good
Season 2 of
job.
Star Trek Discovery. Yeah. Could this be just a simple reuse of an outfit they have, or could it say something about the episode? As Georgia was undercover as a Klingon, could La'an be doing the same, blending in undercover on this planet? The synopsis for episode 1 refers to this as, quote, disputed space. So could this be a planet on the Klingon Federation border? A disputed area of space after the Klingon Federation War in Star Trek Discovery Season 1, maybe? We've also heard we'll be looking at Ortegas's backstory as a soldier, so we could be seeing more consequences from that war in Strange New Worlds' second season.
I'll give a shout out here to Screen Rant's Don Orgiello, who did an article about that specifically. And
Yeah.
it captures like Christina Chong's tweets that are like, who upcycled who? Very cute.
Boy, there's a lot going on here.
Yes, the analysis is like so impressive.
Okay. Let's do this one next. Thing's got a million freaking pop-ups. They're like everywhere. I feel like I'm flying into, what was that? Season 1, episode 7 of Star Trek Picard. Where were they going? Cloud City?
Oh yeah.
Free Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cloud City is the one from Empire Strikes
Star
Back.
Wars.
Yeah. That's where Lando Calrissian lived. The Broken Circle. There's a season 2 episode 201 synopsis is a distress call. Lieutenant Noonien Singh compels Spock to disobey orders and take the USS Enterprise and its crew into disputed space. So with the description saying that Spock is in command of the USS Enterprise, we can presume this might be the episode from the teaser trailer where he says, quote, "I want the ship to go now." What are the orders he is disobeying? With on sending this distress call, this looks to be an episode with the scenes shown in the preview. It's also interesting what disputed space this could be that Spock takes the Enterprise into. From the preview images, it looks like a whole host of species live in this disputed space, from new aliens to old ones like Bolians and Vulcans.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll picture
It's a good-
Ad
it's a good-
Astra per
It's like a
Aspera.
good sign of a season when an early episode has circle in the title.
Why?
It's a good
That's
omen.
like
you
a Deep
referring
Space Nine
to?
season 2.
Oh, the circle.
Yeah. Which was episode 2, but
Okay, so then we've got a little preview here that says this is definitely the courtroom episode where Una Chin
Cool.
Riley
cute
will
little
be on
Telluride.
trial.
Telluride.
Yeah.
for being an Illyrian, a species that uses genetic augmentation. We saw a clip of this scene recently, and we broke it down in this article here. Yeah, it looks
worded
like
differently. She's not on trial for being an Illyrian. I think it's because she didn't reveal she was an Illyrian and got herself into Starfleet.
yeah, for hiding the fact that she was
Yeah,
Illyrian or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, we got a Telluride there. That's fun.
Yeah.
that little cutie. Wait,
Aw,
I'm like zooming in on his hand. How many fingers does he have?
it looks like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a 3-fingered
3.
one.
Oh,
Ooh, back to 3.
yeah.
Mhm.
Back to the
Like the olden days. It looks beautiful. Beautiful background.
Mhm.
Beautiful shot there.
Do they have 3 fingers in Enterprise? I don't remember.
I think it was okay. I can't remember exactly how it goes. Like it was post.
Yeah.
I think okay. You get people in the live chat can correct me. So I think he was post up 3, but then like there was a miscommunication between like makeup and set design. So the sets, like the controls in the shuttle, like wouldn't have been able to be used with 3, like a hoof with 3. So they had him have 5. At least I think.
Oh, John Orchiola, back of the head, said in the chat, I think the courtroom is the Redress Federation headquarters from Discovery.
Oh, cool.
That's interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to move on. So lots of cool things there.
I guess the other thing I'll say is what I'm
Yeah.
very excited, like building on what John Orchiola said. Now that we have 2 different live action Star Trek shooting in the same place again, which is like the first time since, Voyager and Enterprise in the
Yep.
90s, it's going to be really fun to see what's reused and what's like upcycled, and if they use any characters again under lots of makeup. I just can't wait. So excited.
Well, you're going to have to wait. Not long, though.
Yeah.
All
You've
right.
already seen the first 2, so you might know.
Yeah. I have to wait to talk about it with people.
Okay. So up next, we've got our good friends over at trekmovie.com with an article entitled Interview. Melissa Navia and Celia Rose Gooding on making Star Trek history in Strange New Worlds, Season 2. Written by our good pal, Anthony Pascal.
I have to say too, I just am loving their friendship in real life. Like when I went to the pickup line, I saw Melissa like going to meet up with Celia just to hang
The
out.
pickup line?
The picket.
No, I always call it
like,
the pickup line.
Pick it. And like when on Twitter, they're always like having cute little chats together. It's just really sweet to see. I love that.
Mohammed, would you like to read this article
Sure.
for us?
Trek Movie joined a virtual group press interview with two of the stars from Star Trek Strange New Worlds in advance of the impending debut of season 2. Celia Rose Gooding plays Nyota Uhura, and Melissa Navia, who plays Erica Ortegas, talked about what's new for their characters in season 2, their favorite moments, and how they both feel they are making Star Trek history. Note, this interview contains some minor spoilers and has been edited for brevity and clarity. So first, I assume this is Anthony Pascal. Celia, can you comment on the scene you have together with Kirk, Spock, and Uhura? What was the vibe like shooting that iconic moment? Celia replies, in episode 2 of 6, there's so much that Uhura goes through and processes, and it's very intense. And so to have a moment at the end where we get to establish some pretty essential canon, it was such a light at the end of the tunnel. It was something to get excited about. And the shooting of that was so fun because I love working with Ethan Peck. I love working with Paul Wesley. They have such a classic romancy dynamic between the two of them. It was just fun watching them interact. And then when the cameras come on and we realize we are now Kirk, Spock, and Uhura at our fancy little Enterprise space bar, having a talk about what we've all just experienced, it's incredible. It's Trek history. It's essential Trek history. And to have even a part of that, it feels like a secret that I can't share, but everyone knows it's coming. It's like one of those things you get so excited about because you know how much it means to people. It was incredible to shoot, and working on a Trek show is always amazing. But being a part of a Trek show that has such a heavy foot in canon and what is establishing the future of this franchise, it goes without question that you feel every day how important your impact is on this franchise, not only for the specific series, but for the entire timeline.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first scene ever with Kirk, Spock, and Uhura in Strange New Worlds. Is that right?
Is so cool.
Wow.
I guess canonically, that'll be the first interaction.
Yeah,
That's true. That we've seen.
Very cool.
Let me see. Let's see. People in the live chat. Chuck A says tell her wrong instead of tell her right.
I'll never not giggle at that.
Oh, Chuck A also says that Anthony and Lori Ulster do a great podcast.
They do.
It's a nice shout out there. Yeah, they're great. They do their
Trek All Access.
Right. Right now, people are saying, "Wait, All Access? Why does that ring a bell?" It's because we used to have CBS All Access. I like Paramount Plus better. I think that's
All
a better
Access Hollywood.
Yeah, I think it's a better name. It's a better brand. What do you guys think?
You see the meme?
I love hearing them.
You see the meme about HBO? Because like HBO just changed from HBO Max to just Max. And then, the meme says, "You're up, Peacock."
Yeah, your move.
I love that. That's hilarious.
I did not see that. That's
So
funny.
Yeah. Or is Michael, never mind. I was going to make a Michael Kenyon Rosenberg joke, but we're highbrow. We don't repeat those things. It's a highbrow show.
I do
Anyway.
like the Paramount name, though.
Yeah, I do too. I think just rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
Too. Like,
and longevity.
Yeah.
Paramount has been around forever.
Longevity. All right, let's continue on with this here, if you would, Mohammed.
Sure. Melissa, not Melissa. Do you think fans who have been asking to learn more about Ortegas will be pleased with season 2? Melissa Navi replies, I'll start by saying thank you to the fans because we hear them. Our co-showrunner, Henry, came up to me and was like, the fans have been asking for more Ortegas, so that's what we're going to give them. And you can see some of that in the sneak peek clip from episode 4 from Star Trek Day. In season 1, even though for me, I do feel like Ortegas was an integral part of every episode, but I get what fans were saying about how we got so much more backstory and kind of interplay between legacy characters, and we learned a lot about La'an. And for Ortegas, they wanted so much more. But that in and of itself is such a huge compliment because that says that we did with so little, we made so much out of it. That speaks to the writers. That speaks to a little bit of what I did, and it speaks to the nature of our ensemble cast. The camaraderie that we have made, people feel like, not only do we want to be a part of that group, but we want to learn more about the person that we know the least about. And so we definitely took that into account. You're going to see a lot more of Ortegas in season 2. We get to learn more about her as a pilot, as a soldier, and as a crew member, and a friend that her crewmates trust and are loyal to.
To whom they are loyal,
Yeah,
Muhammad would say.
Yeah.
Just reading, man. Melissa, were you one of those people's banging on the door saying, we want more
Ortegas.
More
Ortegas.
More
I'm
Ortegas.
obsessed with her. She's so fun.
Remember that
you're
came up in the
obsessed.
Sci-Fi Sisters
Yes,
interview
I'm
with her
obsessed
too,
with all
Melissa
of them,
Navia.
So good.
All right. Well, let's just continue on with this one because this is a very good article. It's got a lot of good stuff in it.
Really
cool
fast.
shirt, by the way,
Hi,
Muhammad.
Wardogheim, and we're so happy you're here and hopefully feeling better.
Hey,
Yeah, we hope you're feeling
Feel up
better,
well.
War Dog.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Hope the legs are good.
And hello to DJ Kitty Cat in the live chat
Yay.
as well. And Stephanie Burner.
Baker.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
Burner.
yeah, Stephanie Burner.
Oh, Stephanie
the newest
Baker's in
member
the...
of the 7th World Group.
Oh, Burner.
Facebook.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Let us continue. No, we must go forward.
but the French say, we. You both get to do personal logs in season 2. What was it like being your characters in that classic Trek format? Melissa Navia replies first. I was just so excited to get a personal log. That's one of those Star Trek aspects that reaches beyond a particular show, like so much of Star Trek does. And suddenly I was doing it. I suddenly couldn't remember one log that I've heard. I was like, how do they say the numbers? Do they say dot? Do they say point? And so it was one of those moments where, and we're like this, we're doing Star Trek. This is crazy. So that was very exciting. And the fact that we were doing that, doing in that episode with, wait, let me say it again. And the fact that what we were doing in that episode was Ortegas wanting to go to a planet, wanting to get off the ship. And that whole episode, we get to really play with when you love what you do and it becomes kind of monotonous, and you have to remember why it is that you love what you do and why you do it and why you're the only person who can do it the way you do it. And so we get all of that in one episode. And we get to really play with Ortegas wanting to get off the ship, but also really her home is the ship and she wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, you guys.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
The point dot thing. Now I'm like, wait, which is it?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Did Sally also reply to that one, or was it just Melissa?
Yeah, but they do say point, not just dot.
Yeah.
Because when she said that, I was like, wait, which one do they do?
I know.
All right.
So sweet.
Yeah, we'll get Celia's answer to that question as well.
And Celia replies, the personal logs were such a Trek staple that there's the anticipation of, like, quote, I get to have my own, amazing. But it's exactly as Melissa said. I remember going to the writers. Do we say point, or can we say dash, or do we say slash? Give me the word perfect so I don't have the fans in my Twitter DMs telling me I messed it up. Last.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that those little franchise opportunities that we have as characters, those are the things we get so excited about, because we really get to put our own stamp and specialness in something that we can say is specifically ours in a franchise. I think it's supposed to say is particularly ours in a franchise that is so global and really shared with fans and audiences around the world. So regarding the different genres in season 2, is there a favorite? And a bonus question, will there be a musical?
Oh
Celia.
boy.
Oh.
Hang on one second here.
Yeah. Well, Celia immediately punts on that one. Celia Rose Gooding says, I can't answer your bonus question. But some of my favorite genre stuff we got to do was a lot more like classic comedy. I find that specifically for my character, we haven't had an opportunity to just do like funny stuff for the sake of having a giggle. And I think that a lot of season 2, we get to see Uhura still in her place of inquisitiveness and curiosity and sort of racking her brain on the experiences that she went through in season 1. But we also get to see her just be a bit more comfortable and let her very, very short hair down a little bit. Melissa replies next. I'll say the genre play makes it so that each episode really is like a movie. For us, it's like we were shooting more than one show. It speaks to why fans are saying that they can watch episodes over and over again, which has always been Star Trek. But specifically with what we're doing, we like to play with the humor and with the fear and with the adventure and with the things that are more cerebral. And then also marrying the two. Like, we had a question earlier about if season 2 is more about mental obstacles or physical ones. What Star Trek does so well is that it marries the two, as we do in life. Like, you can't be having an emotional issue and then suddenly the world around you can stop. You have to still go to work and you have to figure stuff out. I think in season 2, we do a really good job of being able to see characters going through their own difficulties internally, and at the same time, having to complete the mission that is laid out before them for this particular episode.
And ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Whenever difficulties arise or things happen, and then you kind of just have to remind yourself, well, the rest of the world is still happening. The rest of the world, you still got to go to work. You still got to put gas in your car. You still got to do this or that, even,
The dilithium doesn't mine itself.
The what?
The dilithium doesn't mine itself.
Yeah. Well, it's especially moving coming from Alyssa Navia, because remember, she lost a partner at the very beginning there. So that's especially moving hearing her talking about that.
Right. That's what I think she was kind of referencing a little bit.
So too, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a very poignant message from her. Do we know what episode will be the big Ortegas episode?
I don't know.
We don't know.
It's episode 4. I don't know.
Yeah,
I got a 10% chance of getting it right.
Yeah, isn't that the episode that they've hinted at though? Episode 4?
I don't know.
Oh,
maybe
have they?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
You might be right. I'm not sure. I don't
Well,
remember that.
you read things and then you think that that's what they said, but then I don't know. So
you might be right. I trust you.
I read or heard that somewhere, but I could be completely wrong. So.
And Robert Kaiser in the live chat informs us that T'Pol is not T'Pring.
This is
That's
true.
Not T'Pol either.
And Reginald
Not
says
T'Pol
hello.
either, no.
Oh,
Hi, Reginald.
DJ Kitty Cat does say in this article, she said episode 4.
Oh, okay,
cool.
perfect.
Oh,
in this one we're reading, in this particular episode.
Well, I feel like she said it. Yeah, it was.
Maybe.
Or was it the Trek Central one?
Maybe. No, it's probably this one. I did not. How did I miss that?
I was reading it. I missed it, but I was very focused on reading ahead a little bit, so I tried to get the cadence. So I wasn't even listening to what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't see it, but anyway, that was just a guess on my part. But apparently, it seems like it's a close guess.
She did say episode 4.
Okay, great. And then finally, it just closes out. Says more to come. We have one more interview from the press junket coming up, so stay tuned. Check out the earlier interviews with Anson Mount, Rebecca Romaine, and with Ethan Peck and Paul Wesley. I really hope that we get more of Rebecca Romaine's character, Una Chin Riley.
Mm-hmm.
I just, we've waited 57 years to find out more about number 1. We waited 57 years. Well, I guess 56 because this show came out last year. But I want some very Una-centric episodes. I mean, personally, in my opinion, I've had a lot of Kirk and Spock and those guys already, which is great. But I have not gotten a lot of number 1. And I want a lot of number 1. I want a lot of Dr. Mbenga. I want a lot of Nurse Chapel. Because those are 3 characters that we only got a tiny bit of back in the day. And we had to wait over 50 years. So that's what I want the most, personally. I want something to really chew on with them. And I think we will in episode 2, right?
Yeah.
Stakes are highest for the characters that don't come back in the original series. Because, I mean, for all we know, number 1 is removed. We don't, I mean, there's nothing in canon to say that it does. I mean, whereas that would be very difficult to do with, say, Spock or something like that. It's like,
Exactly.
Which characters do you think will die like Hemmer?
Lon
You think
at
La'an
some
will?
point could.
Fighting the Gorn. Maybe
I
she
don't know,
rescues
or-
somebody
or
from the Gorn.
I mean, I feel like the easy low-hanging fruit would be at some point for her to die, like to like
What about
um,
Ortegas?
because of her last name to like rectify like the sins of the fathers.
Yeah, all the
That would
others
be sad though.
we know will survive.
But I mean, I don't think they're going to kill anybody else. There's something on the show, but something about Hummer. So
Yeah. La'an and Ortegas are the only ones that can die that we know of here.
Well, except for the new
Una
security chief.
too.
Nurse Chapel is actually
Oh, right,
an
Una.
android later on made by her weird fiance, and nobody knows. Yeah.
That would be funny. Oh my
What little girls are made
god.
of.
Whoa.
So up next, we're going to take a break from the Strange New Worlds talk because you guys don't want to hear more about Strange New Worlds. You guys are like, whatever, show's opening up in 2 days, but I don't care. Maybe I'll watch it next week. I don't know. That's how people are acting, I'm sure.
No, I'm ready for the ride. I'm excited.
Like 28
to
hours
see
away.
where it goes.
Getting up early Thursday
see where
morning,
it
watch it
goes.
first thing.
How many
I'm
hours
sorry,
away?
Lisa.
Well, what time does it come out? Like usually, what doesn't it usually drop like 10 p.m. your time?
30. It's about 30 hours away, 29, 30 hours away. Wow, that's soon.
Hmm.
All right.
Is it?
So this is from our good buddies over at trekmovie.com. And it is entitled Star Trek Picard is getting some Emmy buzz.
Woohoo.
Hang on a second, though. Do we really believe that? Or do we think
do.
the Emmys or that
Oh.
the Emmys are going to be like, no, it's sci-fi. We only do dramas that
Well,
you've never heard of.
But
It
it
was
is
top
up
10
for your
streaming.
consideration. So that is something. I mean, there is a possibility.
How many things are up for your consideration?
I don't know, but
I feel like the
if
most
there's
minor actors ever are posting like FYC in a second on
well,
TV this year.
it's but I have not seen a Star Trek show get campaigned for before for the Emmys. So this is pretty big.
Yeah, Paramount's going hard. They had they took over Times Square and they were doing just like for your consideration Picard on a loop when I was walking by a couple days ago, which is also crazy because like Strange New Worlds is going to be their #1 show, like promote that too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and also there's that billboard in LA. I just don't understand like how much of an impact that makes on like who decides.
Reading a
It
poll about
does
this
make
ride.
make an impact though. There was some controversy about, I mean, it was for SAG, but there was some controversy about somebody who was nominated that, I don't know, they weren't campaigned for properly in the right way. So it does make a difference. The campaigning does do something. And, you know.
I mean, I think like being in the top 10 on streaming
Right.
at least has it like, catching people's attention. And
Right.
also like the fact that Patrick Stewart is so well regarded and he's gotten like Emmy lists for all these years.
Yeah.
It'll be so interesting to see. I can't wait.
Definitely.
Chris
Agreed.
Marshall in the live chat, he says, I want an episode focusing on La'an's new love interest, played by me.
Oh,
So I see.
Well, isn't she going to be hooking up with, who is it? Kirk.
they say. I
Mhm.
don't know.
That was at least implied in the previews.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a question in the live chat. We've got a poll going. The question is, how many Emmys do you think Star Trek Picard will win? 0, 1, 2, 3 or more. I don't know. I feel like I'm a pessimist here. Maybe Emmys are a little bit more open than Oscars or whatever the movie one is. That's
Maybe.
Oscars, right?
Maybe, but
What's the
I
Academy
do.
Award one? I forget what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, the Oscars. Yeah, and maybe they would be more open to sci-fi than the Oscars would be. But I do feel like in recent times, the television has been more open to sci-fi in general with shows like The Expanse and other really good sci-fi shows that are getting noticed. There's a lot of good writing, there's a lot of good acting in these shows. So yeah. At least
prestigious people that you could see
Mhm.
like specifically getting nominated, even like a feature guest star, whatever those categories are. Like
Right.
Amanda Plummer, I bet she's like
yeah.
award bait. Like,
Yeah.
she has an award baity name. Or like
DJ Kitty Cat mentions the
Awesome.
costumes. That's a great thought, especially for the
Mhm.
the Ren
That's
Fair
what I
episode.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Well,
I was thinking I think that's their best shot.
for
Yeah.
Strange
I mean, I don't know
Worlds.
anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
New
Strange
Worlds.
Worlds. You're right. That's not Picard.
Because I was
but I
actually
was thinking-
thinking
Good
like
point.
usually when they go period for an episode, that gets a nomination, but like I don't know that Picard
Right.
did.
They did in season 2, kind of.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking for Picard, yeah, their best chance is similar, is something to do with like costuming or maybe makeup or
Sound
something like that.
mixing.
Because I just don't see the Emmys
So-
saying that the best written series
Hard
or
to
the best.
say. It was
I
up
mean,
for
I don't
a
know.
drama
well,
for season 7.
I definitely think there's a possibility for a nomination, and maybe I'm just too optimistic, but I do think that there's a possibility for a nomination. I mean, and look at
Nomination, sure. I sure hope so.
which would be huge beyond the technical departments like costuming and special effects and all of that, because we've been there before. Not that they shouldn't have been there before, but it would be nice to see Star Trek acknowledged in the other categories as well.
I think it'd be
We need-
just like a good arc for the award shows too, to show like how more open they are to different
Mhm.
genres. Like TNG was the one that sort of like broke that barrier at first. And so I could see them build, like they all like to sort, I mean, there's always how they see themselves. And I could see them like building on that recognition from them.
Jenny R. Johnson in the live chat gets an A+ for this, I think. Art direction, the rebuild
For
of the
sure.
deep bridge.
Oh,
That is a very good point.
Especially
That
that wood
really
grain.
has a chance. I mean, because anybody that is going to be voting that has any common sense is going to look at that and say that's incredible.
Mhm.
Period. Whether they watch sci-fi or not, what they achieved was unbelievable, was remarkable.
Mhm.
Great point.
And I do have to say that I really like the music too.
I was thinking the same thing.
I really like the
So
music.
good.
Yeah.
When are we going to find out the nominations? When do
Just
those?
wondering that.
I guess that's our job, isn't it? Okay, let me check. I'm like waiting for someone at the live chat to tell us. I was like, oh wait, no, we are the providers of information here. What'd you find, Emery?
Let's see. July 12th.
Oh, okay.
It's so
Not too far away.
from now.
Yep, July
Oh,
12th.
I'm like, damn, we have to wait till July 12th.
Before the pre-con con.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be a fun thing to discuss there. Okay, so we're about
Also,
a
I'm
month
not
away
really,
from
I guess
finding
one
out.
other thing is, I don't really know how many other sci-fi shows there are up against, because like Picard was one of the first ones like filming during the pandemic again.
mhm.
What's the time frame covered?
I think it's everything up until last week when everything like ended for Ted Lasso and everything. So it must be like starting last year at that time.
So like June to
It sounds like it, because I heard that's why like Ted Lasso, Succession, and whatever the other third one was ended then.
Mhm.
How's your honey? Oh my God, is this a spoiler for the Watch the First this week?
Well, you'll find out in a little bit when we talk about all that stuff. But Succession is also something that was on Watch the First, and everybody go check that out. Watch the First, episode 167. We reviewed Succession on the Falling Tower Watch the First podcast. So everybody that loves Succession in the live chat, let us know. Do you love Succession? Do you not love it? Have you ever even seen it? Let us know. We're very curious. All right, so we're going to move back into this, but before we do, let's look at the poll.
Oh, interesting results.
14% said Star Trek Picard will win 0 awards. 18% said 1. 29% said 2. And 37% said 3 or more. I'm just too pessimistic. But yeah, art direction, I think, has a really good shot. I think that's a great call by Jenny Johnson.
Yeah.
Jenny R. Johnson.
I guess I'm trying to think,
And
the
makeup.
Strange New Worlds Ren Fair episode actually would be in that period, wouldn't it? Because that was one of the later episodes in the season.
Yeah.
So it could win one too.
Okay. Actually, before we flip over back into Strange New Worlds, Dr. Noor, would you mind reading a little bit of this article that we talked all about without actually reading any of it? There we go.
Good Picard Season 3 breakthrough at the Emmys. Voting for Emmy nominations kicks off next week on June 15th, and some industry watchers are talking about the possibility of Star Trek Picard getting some attention. While Star Trek shows tend to do well in the creative arts categories, like visual effects, makeup, hair, etc., the franchise has had less luck when it comes to nominations for the major Emmy categories. Star Trek Next Generation and Picard actor and director Jonathan Frakes thinks this year might be telling Screen Rant, quote, TNG was the only Star Trek series to get the Best Drama nomination back in 1994. Maybe Picard will be considered. Maybe lightning will strike twice. It would be a great way to finish things up. Get Patrick a nomination, get the show nominated. It would be just brilliant. End of the quote. To be certain, Picard is not a favorite for the major categories, but some industry watchers are taking note. This week, TV Line included the series as one of their picks for Best Drama, saying in part, quote, it wasn't just a nostalgia trip, though. The final season pushed Jean-Luc and his Enterprise pals to new emotional heights with the introduction of a son Jean-Luc never knew he had, along with a badass villain in Amanda Plummer's Vadic. In a roundup for the LA Times, Matt Roush of TV Guide listed Picard as his 6th top choice for Best Drama. Even though he doesn't expect it to happen, Roush said, quote, and how I'd love to see Picard's final season tribute to Star Trek Next Generation steal a nod from the overhyped Game of Thrones knockoff House of the Dragon.
Easy. Whoa.
Wow.
I like that show.
Those
I like
are
House of the
some
Dragon.
fighting
Don't
words.
rag on them.
Hey, no cross-genre battles, you guys.
Exactly.
Whoa,
Wow.
I like the story of Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah, everybody knows that Game of Thrones is way better than Star Trek as a franchise, right?
I'd say that.
What do you think, Anne-Marie Seagull? Is Game of Thrones way better than Star Trek in general?
No, obviously, I don't think so.
Oh, you watched
I
Game
mean,
of Thrones?
I liked it,
Oh,
but
No,
watched the whole
of
thing?
course not.
I didn't watch the spinoff though. I just love Jonathan Frakes so much. He's so like modest and humble. Because in reality, if I had to give one person an Emmy for this, it would be him. I thought like Riker has never been so like more emotionally vulnerable and just like expressive. It's so fantastic.
Look at this. Beautiful.
Oh.
You've got Beverly Crusher and Worf back there at Tactical. She's got a medical tricorder.
Medical tricorder.
Yeah. We've got Riker standing up in his spot. We've got Troy and Riker flanking him for the last 35 years. Did we ever find out why Beverly Crusher is up there at Tactical?
Mm-mm.
But she kept taking
doesn't
her
have a
place
scene.
there, but that was never where she stood ever before.
You did mention something like a lot's happened in the last 20 years or something like that. She did that move in the Borg cube and blew up a bunch of
That's
stuff.
true.
To give her an extra panel or something to do something, then we got to give her something to work with. Anyway, so let's see. It continues. Let's talk about this a little bit more if we could, Dr.
Oh,
Noor.
this is making me want to watch Picard again.
Do it. Cardigans.
In a piece comparing the series finales of Picard and Emmy favorite Succession, Joshua Patton of CBR wrote, quote, that none of Succession's characters are good people is something that the show prides itself on. Picard's final season executes a more difficult task by telling the story about how each character is worthy. Optimism, compassion, and a commitment to hope are much harder things to sell in drama than gross villains learning nothing.
Just a quick
Totally.
note, Game of Thrones is also like that. There are no characters that are purely good. They're
It was pretty
all
close with Jon Snow, right?
Oh, get at Jon Snow. His biggest fault is that he's nauseating. But
Yeah.
anyway, so
Another extreme Ned Stark.
I'm just
in the
kidding.
first
He's
season.
wonderful.
Yeah, Ned Stark too was pretty solidly good.
Oh yeah, Boromir, hell yeah, love that guy.
Anyway, Gold Derby, a site dedicated to industry awards, maintains a prediction scoreboard based on reader votes, and Picard is still seen as a long shot, ranked 20th for best drama. In an opinion piece titled "Star Trek Picard deserves a best drama nom for final season, just like the Next Generation got," Gold Derby TV editor wrote, quote, "The TV Academy isn't as snobby around sci-fi as it used to be. But while they've backed the truck up to Disney Plus's spin-offs from the Star Wars and Marvel universes, they've remained stingy to Star Trek, the franchise that actually started on television. Maybe reminding voters of TNG will be the key to getting Trek back to the forefront."
Hang on. So yeah, so Star Wars and Marvel are starting to get some love, but they're still too snooty for Star Trek. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Star
like,
Trek is way
no.
more highbrow.
I'm like,
It is
are they
way
like
more.
donating like upgrades to their offices or something? It seems sketchy.
Oh, sorry, Emmys. Star Trek just needs some Ewoks, and then that'll
But
really
how
do
often
it.
does Star Wars get quoted and imitated in TV shows
I
across
got a bad feeling about this.
across all television shows? There's a not top 10 list about how many times Star Trek is mentioned or Star Wars is mentioned in their TV shows. Star Trek is classic, is all I'm saying.
Here's a fun one. Do you guys think Star Trek, Star Wars, or Marvel will receive more Emmy nominations?
Probably Marvel.
I'd say Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Just because there are a lot of, I'm
I
trying to
don't
think
really
like
know what Marvel.
how many
is.
Marvel shows were there
Oh.
last year?
Oh, I guess so.
I have no idea.
That's true.
I don't even know what a
I
Marvel
mean,
show
I'm not
is.
positive. I could be wrong. I mean, I could think of a lot of like the Mandalorian season was in there. What were,
Well,
I
there
don't
was
remember.
She-Hulk, right?
Yeah,
Is it-
there was.
I just really like Tatiana
No, you're right.
Maslany. She's a great
Katie in the
actress.
live
She's
chat
great.
says, give Michelle Forbes an Emmy for Ro Laren. Yes. Yes. Very
Patrick Stewart
powerful.
would be great. I mean, like Jonathan
I
Frakes
would-
said, it would make so much sense just to do Patrick Stewart.
Exactly. I love Jenny R. Johnson's point about like how such a huge percentage of the main cast is like in their 70s. I feel like that really deserves to be like them to take note
Like a
of that,
senior
too.
discount. Yeah.
Yeah, early bird special.
The early bird don't get awards at like 3:30 in
Yeah,
the
put them
afternoon. That'd
No,
be
it's
so good.
amazing. It makes them like so unique.
We should have the early bird
I really
special
do think like
segment.
reminding them that TNG was nominated for season 7 is something that could help. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Didn't know that. Well, let's continue on a little bit more because this has got some great information here. Is there much more? Yeah. Let's pull this up here. Here we go. Check it out.
First two seasons of Picard garnered a combined 9 Emmy nominations, all in the creative arts categories, with 1 win for outstanding prosthetic makeup in season 1. Voting for nominations begins this year on June 15th, with the nominees announced on July 12th. The creative arts ceremony. Yeah, there you go. The creative arts ceremony will be held on September 9th and 10th, and the main Emmy Awards will be aired live on Fox on September 18th. For their part, CBS Studios and Paramount Plus have been running an active FYC, or for your consideration, campaign for the show, including recreating the 10 Forward Bar as part of an Emmy activation in Hollywood, along with holding industry panels with Picard creatives. Star Trek branding is also part of their takeover of a popular coffee shop in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
And there's an ad campaign running in the trades and outdoor advertising as well, as shared by Picard showrunner Terry Matalas. And there's a from there.
Was that takeover? Was that the 10 Forward thing?
There was like I don't know what the name of the coffee shop was. It looked like somewhere that's maybe by Paramount. And it just like said, for your consideration, Star Trek Picard on all the coffee cups that day.
Aww.
Or for however long.
All right, cool. And we covered this as well already, like last week, but I did not know this was included in this article. It states, also, by the way, everybody, Prodigy wins a Telltale TV award. Star Trek Prodigy competes in the new Children's and Family Emmy Awards, which will be held at the end of the year. Last year, the show was nominated for Outstanding Animated Series and won an Emmy for production design. Voting won't start for months, but Prodigy was just voted as the favorite animated series for the Telltale TV Awards. Co-executive producer Aaron Walke shared the news on Twitter last week. Awesome.
It's so crazy. It was like adult and children, family, all in one category.
Yeah, but I got to say,
Prodigy's amazing.
Yeah,
It is.
oh yeah,
that's exactly the answer.
kind of bummed that for the
Truly a
Emmys
family show.
we have to wait a month to find out the
I
nominations,
know.
and then 2
going
more
crazy
months
when I'm-
after that to find. Now I'm actually like invested. Now I want to. But by the time the Emmys roll around, I'll be like, I don't care.
I mostly
Right
just
after
care about
Star
the
Trek Day.
nomination.
Right after Star Trek
Oh,
Day. You're right, Mohammed. Yeah, 4 days after. I never watched those. You know, we should have an award show just for Star Trek.
We do.
What a brilliant
Oh,
idea.
we do. That is right.
We do.
The annual Lappy Awards, the virtual TrekCon Lappy Awards. We've already had it 2 years in a row. And of course, they're going to be the 2024 Lappy Awards for every new episode and movie that drops in 2023. We will have the winners of those in February of 2024, and it's all fan voted.
Yay.
We don't have any part in the selection process. We don't have any part in who wins. We just present it. We just create the infrastructure. Everybody votes, and then we have some winners. And so that way, there aren't these weird, shadowy people in the Emmys that they're like 140, and they're like, I'll never let science fiction win. You know,
Is it Smithers? Is that the guy
I
on
don't know.
The
But,
Simpsons?
Excellent.
oh no, that's Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. Yes.
Smithers. Yeah.
That's Mrs.
But yeah,
Friend, that's right.
Right.
There's none of this secret nothing. Like, it's all out in the open. Everybody votes. Everything is welcome. Everybody's welcome. And it's totally even. And the winners are 100% fan voted in. The nominations are fan voted and the winners are fan voted. The only thing that's not fan voted is the name, the Lappy Awards. But we might sell out and let them vote.
It
Golden
was fan
Globes was.
voted.
Yeah,
It
the
was
Golden
fan
Lobes
voted.
were. The Golden Lobes were fan voted in.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, our secondary Star Trek Awards show for like the just for fun ones. That was
Right.
that was voted in, yeah.
Okay.
The show itself is great because you get so many of the creatives as well as the actors on there who are like accepting the awards and commenting on it. It's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, Chris Marshall. Ryan, you need to start doing some voice acting for like evil geniuses in kids' cartoons.
Maybe. I got the evil
Gargamel, here
part
you
down
come.
already. Yeah. I'll be Gollum instead.
Oh, that would be
I'll be
cool.
like, stupid fat hobbit. Right, that guy, the Smeagol, when he's like arguing.
Smeagol.
Anyway, that's a lot of Lord of the Rings talk in just one day. Let's get
That's
back
first
on track
Maybe another letter. It was Game
on
of Thrones.
Star
we did before.
Trek.
It was Game of Thrones before, but
Okay. So up next, we've got an article from our friends at trekmovie.com. It's entitled
Ooh.
New Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 Images.
See, so this is
Ooh.
episode 2 and 3. So
Oh.
John Orkiel in the live chat confirmed also. So I'd seen this here and at Trek Central, and then like I think it's unprecedented that media can share the first 3 episode first looks
Wow.
before episode
Look
1
how
even out.
gorgeous these. Look how gorgeous these
I
Yeah,
know.
the
uniforms
dress
Oh.
are.
uniform. Yeah.
Just-
I actually like the brooch.
Yeah.
It's colorful.
wrote this one?
New
I'm just
this
like
is-
really into this gold background
Trek
because
movie
obviously she's
staff.
in the
Oh,
courtroom.
snap.
So like this gold background behind her, like usually like in courthouses and stuff, they're like the whatever of justice, like paintings about justice. And this one's hilarious because it looks to me like it's that.
Did
but, like,
somebody say the next
billions.
generation justice?
Yes. yes.
Ah,
All right.
Or DC
But it
But it
Justice
looks like
League.
somebody made one with different like founders of the Federation aliens, which is cool.
All right. Everybody's favorite episode, Justice. Right?
Oh no, there's a picture.
No picture. I just wanted to remind everybody.
Well, I said
that
one day.
what's Justice, Next Generation
Gosh.
Justice.
The eyes immediately go to the
Oh my gosh.
camel.
Melissa.
What? I only
Lisa.
speak truth.
Anyway, back to the important pictures, you guys. Seriously. This is ridiculous.
Aw, cleansing the palate.
Cool.
Anne-Marie,
you saw the premiere. Do you know the first 2 episodes, that is? Do you know how to pronounce this guest star's name?
Oh, I wish I did because
Yetide Badaki?
that's
as
my
Look
guy.
at her
Nira?
costume.
Yeah,
She
Her
sure.
is
costume
just-
is awesome.
My prediction is she'll win like best, like I don't know if she's gonna end up being recurring, but like best new character. She's gonna win something at the Lappies because oh my god, she's amazing.
Wow, what a tease. Now we got to wait 9 days to watch what
Right?
Anne-Marie predicts will be the greatest what is this, one-off performance
Or what
of
depending
Maybe
on the
recurring.
character, like new person or like whatever. Just
Yep.
like I mean, she will just take everybody's breath away. Phenomenal.
I can't wait.
And
I guess
her
there won't be a
outfits.
discovery category this year in the Lappies, huh? There's no discovery this
They'll
year.
just be in
No.
universe, I guess.
No. Yeah, there'll be Picard season 3.
Mhm.
There'll be Strange New World season 2, Lower Decks season 4, and a little bit of
What a prodigy.
Prodigy season 2, right?
Mhm.
Did any of Prodigy go in January? No, it ended at the very end of last year, right? So we'll just have whatever episodes of Prodigy we're in. So yeah, so there'll probably be only like say 35 to 40 episodes this year instead of last year, which was 51.
Whoa.
It'll be really cool when we start having movies,
Yes.
or like we're gonna have like a Section 31 movie, and there's gonna be like little
Woo.
other, some are going to be released in theaters, some are just going to be, on Paramount Plus. It's going to be really interesting when we can incorporate every production, not just, the only productions are episodes.
Mhm.
Star Trek 14.
Katie says, Shaw, 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 Shaw.
Shaw.
She likes Shaw. Ooh, look at that jacket. Wow.
I I mean,
gorgeous.
it's
the
Nero
costume
design.
design in this show is just whole other level, and also just like set design. Everything's gorgeous.
Color of that
So much thought
jacket,
goes into
that
it.
red.
And look at the production design here.
I know.
Yeah,
Look how
yeah.
beautiful this is with this burgundy here,
It's so
this
Starfleet.
blue table and chairs, like the coloring. And then in the back, if you notice the lighting in the background, I mean, this is really beautiful coloring.
Mhm.
And they're really highlighting how good production design is here in every shot. Picard
you know,
production
yeah.
design was amazing too. Discovery started all off in 2017 when we're seeing this Klingon ship, the inside of it, and we're like, what the heck? Where did Star Trek
Yeah.
get all this budget?
I want to sit on that couch.
Do it.
Huh.
Fuck it.
Fun.
This is interesting.
That's
Look how
fun.
beautiful this is too.
So I believe
Yeah.
this is the new set for season 2 of like
Yeah.
they were calling it a bar. I don't know if it's like
10
strictly
forward kind of
drinks.
thing.
Yeah. That just looks excellent.
I want to know what they're eating.
I want to know what you're eating.
Oh, I love all
Oh,
the characters
fruit.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I see cantaloupe, grape,
Yeah.
maybe some mango there.
Yeah.
I'd hang out there.
Strawberry.
Yep.
On the edge. And
Strawberry on the
Ortega's has
edge.
what? A cinnamon roll? Maybe.
Looks like oh, maybe. Well, that's tough to tell.
Cinnamon.
And Pike
Ooh,
looks like he's
look at
got
the
some.
delta on that cup.
Oh yeah.
What?
It's teeny tiny. No, the red one.
Oh yeah. Little shot glass there.
Oh, and a skillet.
All right, you two, break it up. All right, Kirk. We know how you are. You stay away from our La'an.
You
Piss me off.
randy fellow, you.
Yeah, boo this guy. You don't even look like Kirk.
Yeah.
Get your unhand her.
I wasn't gonna say it.
He's got both hands on her.
But she's got both hands on him too. Kind
No,
of.
he's
Maybe
grabbing her.
he's
and
grabbing her hand and
she's-
maybe she's trying to pull away. She's like, unhand me.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
He's trying to stop her
like-
from throwing something in that dumpster.
She's gonna break his wrist. And he deserves it.
Oh,
Uh-oh, this is Anne
Oh my
Marie's
God,
new
yes.
friend.
Oh my God. She's in episode 1 and it's so amazing.
Really? Tell us.
I can't tell you anything.
How amazing.
Very amazing. I mean, it's
All
very
right.
rare for Star Trek to have a character that just like really from like second one is so different. Wow. She's like, oh, I can't say anything.
No, don't. Yeah, you're right.
The Egyptian stuff in the background.
I was just gonna say this feels very Times Arrow Part 1 and 2,
Hmm.
but which is one of my favorite episodes of Star Trek ever.
Unpopular opinion, not one of my favorites. Times Arrow.
I'm just gonna unfriend you.
I already
How can you not
unfriended
like-
you.
How can you not
It's
like
too
Times
late.
Arrow?
Check.
It's the best. Oh my God.
oh wow!
What do you,
It's actually time.
yep. What do you think, Muhammad?
Oh.
Times Arrow or no?
I mean, it's not my favorite, but I like it.
Okay, this is how much I love it. When I had cable and I didn't have BBC America yet, I was like clicking around and like the TV guide thing that comes up was like what's playing on the different channels, and it said like Star Trek Next Generation Times Arrow. So then I called my cable company and I was like, immediately get me BBC America. I need to watch Times Arrow. I love it.
What? Okay, but what's 2 times Arrow? It's 2 Arrow. Okay. Anyway, that's a math joke, Dr. Emery. Like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Anyway, looks like we don't have time for a trivia question today because we're just kidding. Muhammad worked hella hard on it. It's so good.
I worked hard on this one.
Yeah, what
I
is
didn't
it?
work that hard. I hope people like this one. I'll put it in the chat in just a second, but let me just say it. And I'm going to try to say it slowly. Take the name of a starship that is both in the original series and in at least one of the modern series. Okay. So you know what the modern
Like the USS Hood.
For example, the Enterprise counts, things like that. So the original series and at least one of the modern series.
Discovery.
Okay. So take that name. Oh, don't say any more words. And take that name, add a space and add a vowel, and you get both an adjective and a type of food.
So for example, if we were to use the USS Hood, you get the HO and the OD, add a space.
Yeah.
And then you add a vowel to either one of those, like maybe an E,
Ooh,
and so it says ho. And then that would be an adjective.
Spin the
and
wheel.
odd would be
Just kidding.
a food item. But so give it to them again.
Sure. So again, take the name of a starship, which is found in both the original series and in at least one of the modern series, add a space and add a vowel, and you get both an adjective in one word. You get two words then because of the space. You have an adjective in one word and a type of food in the other.
Mhm.
It's also in the live chat for those of you in the chat.
Great. Very good.
Fun.
Oh, and Rose Kirby says, where'd she go? She says she paid me a nice compliment, Rose Kirby, out in Derby. I know it's like 3 a.m. for you. So thank you very much, Rose. We love you. We appreciate you joining in the fun. Oh, there's Matt Boardman in the live chat, and Portia and Shag 840. All right. So let's talk about what's going on today. Oh, also, before we go, I mean, there's so much more to talk about, but we'll have to cover it on Friday as well. But there's some Babylon 5 news popping up too. That's really cool. We're getting some sneak peeks on some of the art from Babylon 5. So that's really cool.
Oh, actually, either tomorrow or a week from tomorrow, we're going to get like a whole bunch more information. It comes.
Check this out just super quick. Check this
Mm.
out. Here's a sneak peek from the animated Babylon 5
cool.
movie. Look at this.
That looks cool.
That is very
Beautiful.
cool.
And some spoilers.
Exactly.
Like Zathras.
And also everybody go to StarTrek.com. You may have heard of it because StarTrek.com all month long is doing something you might also be doing yourself, which is celebrating
Yeah.
Pride boldly with love.
Yeah.
So be sure you jump on to StarTrek.com and check out everything that they're doing for that, which is
Who's that
fantastic.
at the top left?
Huh? Sulu?
Oh
top?
yeah.
Sulu.
Yes, Sulu from the
Oh,
From the
Sulu.
movies.
Oh, yeah, that reboot. Sulu.
Very
Got it.
good, very good. No stone left unturned there. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so, and we got a lot more stuff, but we will cover that on Friday because we got too into Emmy talk, but it deserves it. Star Trek needs Emmys, period.
Mhm.
Enough of this nonsense. Okay. So let's see. Yesterday, the Seventh Rule released a full review of Next Generation Season 1, Episode 20, The Arsenal of Freedom, sponsored by Ryan Galloway, our good friend, with Denise Crosby, of course. So go to the Seventh Rule YouTube channel and check that out. Remember that episode? Really cool. Kind of
Oh,
like a
flying
precursor
desk
to the
lamps.
Borg.
Echo Papa.
Yeah, because they were like technology that would like learn, and they had to keep
Yeah.
upping their
Yeah.
phaser game to beat them.
The shampoo bottles and legs, panty hose things.
Yes.
Then tomorrow, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, go to the Falling Tower YouTube channel. We are doing Disney spin-off month. Lila Shacker, the actress, joins us, myself and Mohammed Noor. We do a review of Big Hero 6, the series. Remember Big Hero 6, kind of like this cool sci-fi Disney film? They've got a series spinoff, and we review that. That is Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Then on Thursday, there's Thursday programming again.
Yeah.
Go to the
Yeah.
Seventh Rule YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time for our review of Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 1 with the the director of the episode, Chris Fisher. So check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss
Director
that.
of last year's episode of the year that swept the Lappy Awards. Can't wait.
Dominated the Lappy Awards. That same director, that's right, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel. Then on Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, come right back here to the virtual TrekCon YouTube channel for Star Trek and Chillum. Does anybody in the live chat know what a Chillum is? It's pretty cool. It's old school, Chillum. So check that out. That is another live show. We're going to talk about Star Trek. We're going to chill. We're going to have some beverages. I'm going to tell Shar that I just used her soap for the first time today that she sent us all. So now I feel all lemony fresh. And then lastly, on Sunday, go to the 7th Rule YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Pacific. That is 12 p.m. Eastern time. We've got, this is it. The final episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation Season 1. That's episode 25, The Neutral Zone. That's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time on the 7th Rule YouTube channel with special guest, the director of that episode, James L. Conway.
Yay.
He's also directed, Justice, the aforementioned Justice. He also directed Broken Bow, I believe, the Enterprise pilot. He's done a ton of directing, and he's great.
He's awesome.
So check that out. All right. They've been patient, Mohammed. Wait, did anybody in the live chat get it?
Because we didn't have there's a couple.
Where's Glenn Iverson?
I will brag that I got it.
Dave Gregory and Glenn Iverson often get these, but neither one is here today. So
I'm very pleased with myself. I got it.
Ryan did get it indeed.
Yeah.
So the correct answer is Farragut, USS Farragut, which I'll put this in the chat too, which can be broken up, into far and then ragut, but then add an O, like I said, add one vowel, it becomes far and ragu. So an adjective and a type of food.
Ooh, kind of makes
And
sense.
Chuck A reminds us,
Pasta.
Mark Alimo plays a Romulan in that episode of The Neutral Zone. Very true. Very good, Mohammed. I love that one.
Katie wrote,
Nope, that is incorrect, Katie.
Sorry, Katie.
You added way too many consonants there. Okay.
It's a tough one this time. Sorry, guys.
That's it. My mom makes a fantastic, delicious ragu. That's why that one was kind of, I just figured out like Farragut cut it in half, and I saw the ragut, and I'm like, yeah, give me some of that ragu. Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you to the Matt Boardman, Chris Marshall, Shag 840, Stephanie Berner, or is it Berner? Chuck A, Donnie Pearson. Hello, Just Rosie, Katie. So sorry that you hated that one. She's livid.
Jenny R. Johnson said she thought about Farragut. So she's close.
She almost had it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Linda Anderegg, we see you, and we appreciate all of you. Reginald, DJ, BL, Portia. Thank you all for joining us. I think that's about it. Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, where can people find you online?
At Anne-Marie Siegel 1 on Twitter.
The number one or spelled out?
Number one.
The number one.
The number
Una.
one.
Anne-Marie is the number one.
Mhm.
We love you.
Melissa Longo, what's up with you? Where would you like people to find you?
At Melissa Longo on social media, MALISSA, and theintrovertedrepublic.com, and Walking Heart Made by Melissa on Patreon. There's a story going on.
We have two of the Walking Art Made by Melissa shirts here on screen. We have the one I'm wearing and the one that Melissa is wearing both. So there you go. Some examples of her great work.
So get yours today.
Or the Introverted Republic. Don't just write Introverted Republic because you go to some crazy place.
Yeah.
Some crazy place. Mohammed, where would you like people to find you online?
Nobody wants to find me. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Mofnor.
And
At Mofnor, MAF like Frank, N like November, OOR, or on YouTube is Biotrekkie, BIOTREKKIE.
And everybody, you can find me on Twitter at RyanTGHusk. Once again, that is at RyanTGHusk, or
Great
just
follow.
Falling Tower, The Seventh Rule, or Virtual Trek on your favorite social media, especially YouTube. Oh, you like it, the YouTube? You like it, the YouTube? I like it, the YouTube. But I can't make up accents.
Fun.
Emery shook her head.
I'm
She's
just
like,
hungry for
you're the
ragu.
least
Fun.
talented. All right.
Not at all.
Thank you, Melissa.
Well, no, yeah. I mean,
We
if
gotta
y'all
go.
don't know,
Emery's
before we
hungry.
go, yes, but everyone should know what a amazing actor Ryan is. If you've never seen him in anything, he is very talented.
Well, thank you very much,
That's
Melissa.
all
That's
I'll
very
say.
nice of you to say. I'm glad we stayed on a little longer than I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's about it, everybody. Katie says, see you in France. Are you for real?
She's-
Katie, you
she's
lucky.
in
She's going to be
France.
in France for the summer.
Yeah.
You lucky.
What?
Let us know on our way out, what city in France? Is it Paris, Marseille? Where are you going? Let us know. All right, everybody at home, thank you so much for joining us. When you want to talk about your one-stop shopping for all Emmy discussion and Star Trek, put it on the main viewer.